Hi everybody, Rechief here, and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, Prosecutor's Path, episodes 1 through 5, beta. This time... Curses! We're running out of time. We're running out of time here on this episode. Let's find out if Edgeworth and Kay are going to figure out all this stuff before the clock strikes whatever. We should check in with Mr. Shields. I'd also like to know what the situation is on their end. But Mr. DeBest ran off again. We'll just give them the new information we discovered. Franziska will take his place. I wonder if that's going to be enough. It can't be helped. Since he ran away, there's nothing more we can do. Alrighty. I guess I'll just say it again. If there's no murder weapon, you can't prove the defendant is guilty.
Objection!
Just because we don't have the murder weapon doesn't mean the defendant is innocent. It seems you wish to taste the sting of my whip. Yeah! Mr. Attorney, this trial, how much longer will it take? Because it feels like it hasn't gone anywhere at all for a good while now. Well, sorry, but that stubborn prosecutor over there just doesn't seem to understand. Until I am satisfied. This whip will lash out at you as many times as I see fit. By now, she's probably whipped me once for every year I've been alive. Miles, what's taking you so long? Even though we're just stalling for time, Uncle Ray can't keep this up much longer. Whoops! Excuse me, phone call. Mind if I take this? I will allow it. Mr. Shields. Oh, Miles, it's you. How's it going over there? We found Sebastian. Oh, and the knife and chisel? It seems he handed the evidence over to Blaze DeBest. It's very likely that Blaze knows the whereabouts of the murder weapon. Ex-chairman DeBest? But why would Blaze? That I don't know yet. However, there may be some hidden connection between Patricia Rowland and Blaze. Gotcha. In that case, I'll issue a subpoena for Blaze DeBest right away. I'll grill him personally. I will continue to search for the missing evidence. And for John as well. Try to hurry it up, would you? We're at our wits' end over here. It feels like the verdict could be handed down at any moment. Understood. How much longer can Judge Courtney's heart hold out? I know she's in a lot of pain. I've got to hurry. So, how's the trial going? Blaze will be taking the stand. I don't know how things will turn out, though. He'll do anything from hiding evidence to kidnapping. He really is nothing but trouble. I agree. We should probably take another look at the evidence concerning him. Let's see here. Alright, okay, so yeah, we got the gloves. Got the creepy fucking gloves. Death! Boy, it's hitting the... It's a little on the nose there. And that's kind of it, actually, for evidence concerning him right now, unless this letter was written by him. Which is a possibility. Okay, leave it to me. First, here's the latest evidence, fresh from the scene. Oh, okay, we're just getting evidence. The gloves from earlier. Although I'm certainly curious about them. Anything else? The case files from the IS-7 incident. If I recall, Blaze was also involved in this, right? Indeed, he was involved in destroying the evidence. For now, let's keep this on hand. IS-7 incident documents jotted down in my organizer. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, so this looks like it's just... yeah. This is like pretty much just like verbatim what we had 2 cases ago. That's fine. Now, is there anything else? Of course. Last but not least, we've got this. This is the Yatagaras's badge. K. I'm talking about things related to Blaze. Please be serious. But aren't you always going around presenting random evidence too, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, you can't deny that. Yeah. No. Well, that's... Isn't that Sebastian? Ah, what are you doing here? Whoa! Okay. He ignored us. He came out of the Grand Tower. What was he doing in there? Let's go investigate what Mr. DeBest was up to. Yes, let us go. Ooh. The hatch is open. It might be Mr. DeBest who opened it. Did Sebastian come in here? Mr. Edgeworth, over there! The safe's open. Did he come here to open that? Let's examine it thoroughly. Alrighty. First, is there anything else fun we can take a look at? 1, 10, 100? What are you counting? The numbers on the sign in front of this statue. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000? 2.4 million? 2.4 million ounces? Just how many pounds is that, Mr. Edgeworth? At any rate, the floor does look like it is under a lot of weight. Okay. I was wondering if you might say, actually, Kay, this is money. It seems like there's something missing here, doesn't it? Yes, you're right. That German ninja mask. I suppose it would be natural for her to remember the events that took place 2 days ago. Mr. Edgeworth, there are masks here, and on the rooftop there's a cotton candy stand. I guess what's missing is an apple bobbing station and a shooting gallery. So that's what you meant. I had no need to worry. That chain was used to keep people from opening this box, right? Yes, it is as you see. I can't just use rope escape tricks anymore. I need to learn chain escape tricks too. It really has become the dark age of great thieves. I suppose even thieves have their troubles. Wow, they're just leaving the money out here. Good thing Edgeworth has any moral scruples at all. It's the money that was used in the black market auction. I hope Kay isn't tempted by it. Stealing money seems to be the popular trend for thieves these days. Is it really an issue of trendiness? However, don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. The great thief Yatagaras won't be swept away by the current trends. Current trends? I should probably just leave it at that. Hey, look at this. It's a monkey head with a top knot. This is the mascot of Global Studios. I've come across it before in a past case. I think I've also heard its name before. Monkey. Something monkey. I've got it. Madam Monkey. Almost, Kay. You were close. Its name is Mrs. Monkey. Huh? Was that really what it was called? Huh. I think Madam Monkey sounds way better, though. Whatever you say, Kay. Okay, let's actually take a look at the safe. There's something inside the safe. Let's go ahead and have a look. There are some documents in here. It's just a bunch of papers and... Huh? There's a photo here, too. This is a picture of... my favorite character, Horace Knightley. Huh? That's Mr. Knightley! Horace Knightley, the president's bodyguard. Why is his picture here? And what are all these papers for? I don't know. You will have to read the documents to find out. I'm all but certain there's a connection between Knightley and Dogan. Dogan's chess partner, whose identity remained unknown until now, was actually Knightley all along. That is proof enough. Tomorrow I shall interrogate him in the warden's office. I'll get him to confess that he's one of Dogan's henchmen. It's like a weird flashback, or what? That thing he laid to rest near the flower bed 12 years ago. You simply must retrieve it. This seems to be a report about Knightley. Oh, that was like the contents of the letter. I was really confused about what was happening there for a second. Not to mention, it was apparently written before Knightley was killed. Horace Knightley was murdered while he was being interrogated in the warden's office. Judging from the contents, this document was probably written by Patricia Rowland. I knew it! The question, however, is who this report was addressed to. Ah, the owner of this safe is... the conductor, Blaze de Best. So this proves that Ms. Rowland and Blaze are connected. Indeed. However, it's not just the two of them. Huh? Blaze de Best and Patricia Rowland were searching for Dogan's henchman. Sirhan Dogan, that dog-loving assassin. This means that there's a hidden connection between the three of them. I wonder what it could be. I don't know, but it must be related to this case. Report on Knightley jotted down in my organizer. Okay, good. Now that I'm not, like, weirded out by what's happening, we can actually take a look at that report. I'm almost certain there's a connection between Knightley and Dogan. Dogan's chess partner, whose identity remained unknown to now, is actually Knightley. How long is proof enough? Tomorrow I should interrogate him in the warden's office. I'll get him to confess that he's one of Dogan's henchmen. That thing he laid to rest in front of the flower bed 12 years ago. You simply must retrieve it. We'll come back to that. Ah, there's some other stuff in here that I I guess that's supposed to be remember. There's something on his finger. Let's have a closer look. Oh, it looks like an expensive ring. Don't steal it. What? I didn't do anything yet. It's Horace Knightley's. The chessboard and the ring. All of his possessions are inside this safe. So basically, all of this stuff is evidence from the prison case. Correct. Then the knife and chisel that vanished might be in here too. Let's see. Mr. Knife, Mr. Chisel. They're not in there. I guess this is all just Mr. Knightley's stuff. I see. That's too bad. Horace Knightley is dead.
Edgeworth! This game isn't over yet. You hear me?
However, the game is not over yet. Unless I can see it through to its end. Knightley's mementos dated jotted down in my organizer. Ah, I guess they want me to go back up the ladder. Oh.
Oh, shit! There is also ice cream, if that's what you prefer. You!
Shelley de Killer!
It's good to see you are well, Mr. Edgeworth.
What are you doing in a place like this?
As you can see, I am selling cotton candy. Would you care for some heavenly cotton candy? Even sweeter than death. One bite will send you straight to heaven.
That's definitely not something I'd want to buy from de Killer.
The meaning of my message, have you understood it? I congratulate you on resolving the case. However, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved?
Have you been spying on us this whole time?
Spying? Heavens no. I was simply watching over you. While disguised as a cotton candy salesman.
Isn't that the exact same thing? What is this man's objective? Were you the one who murdered the president?
No. The contract with my client has already expired. President Huang is a bit of a celebrity in the world of assassins, you see. Over the years, many attempts on his life were made, and yet he stubbornly lives on. He is a robust man, surrounded by flawless security. He even employs body doubles.
Robust? That president? Rotund seems more apt. However, it seems this time the president's security wasn't exactly flawless. Mr. Rook had only just prevented your previous assassination, but this time...
I did not kill him. It is not my principle to kill needlessly. But I am also grateful to Rook, a worthy adversary who was connected to me by fate. Thanks to that man, I did not kill a target who had no value to be killed.
Thanks to Rook preventing the assassination. What does he mean?
My client deliberately gave me a false target. It was betrayal most foul. I am now searching for my client. In all likelihood, it is the same person you were looking for.
Is he saying that his client murdered the president? Just who is this person you're referring to?
I myself am not allowed to say. It would be violation of the rules. I cannot disclose the identity of my clients, for to do so would create a problem of trust with my other clients. This is precisely why I'm personally searching for them myself.
What are you going to do when you find your client?
Of course, they shall be rewarded with a punishment most befitting of a traitor.
What? That person, what'll happen to them?
I will leave that up to your imagination.
It certainly won't be anything pleasant.
Oh yes, I will tell you just one more thing. 3 days ago, Sirhan Dogan escaped from prison.
What?
3 nights past, Dogan's solitary cell was found vacant. It was almost as if he knew I would come pay him a visit.
He visited Dogan's cell? Could it be that the person the killer is searching for is...
Well then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going. Let us both do our best in tracking down that person.
Shelly the Killer's so cool. I'm so glad that he's getting like a second life in the Edgeworth games. So, to Killer and Dogan, these two assassins. What the fuck? This sound is... Mr. Edgeworth! Judge Courtney's cell phone is ringing! I wonder if that's like Mozilla's theme. Could it be John? Ooh. Mr. Edgeworth, how are you doing? It sounds like they're using a voice changer. Who is this? Someone you've been searching for. The one in the red hood. The red hood. Are you the person who ambushed Kay? Brilliant deduction. I'd expect no less from a prodigy prosecutor such as yourself. Mr. Edgeworth, I want to listen in on this too. Very well. I'll put it on speaker. Well, I must say that I didn't expect the girl to get amnesia. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? But that's not all, you see. Perhaps I should let you in on this, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I was the one who ordered Blaze DeBest to kill Jill Crane. What? This must be the person the killer spoke of. I really should thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You have no reason to thank me. Oh, you haven't noticed? My, that's troublesome, you know. I wanted you to catch Blaze for me, so I took dear little Kay. What? If Kay was suspected, I knew you would investigate the case, and I was sure that the great Miles Edgeworth would be able to catch Blaze. It was all according to my plan. And, you know, I get the feeling that you have the wrong idea, so let me clear something up. Blaze de Best wasn't the one who kidnapped Miss Courtney's son. You. Why do you know about the kidnapping? You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. She even came to visit you in the detention center and got all friendly with you. How could this person know something like that? Judge Courtney was supposed to have visited me using the detective's name. I bet you're wondering how I knew about the kidnapping, right? It's quite simple, really. It's because darling little John is in my care right now.
What?
Huh? You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. Quickly, little Kay. You have to hurry and steal him back. You wouldn't want to tarnish the Yatagarasi's name on your first job, would you? You even know it's my first job? Why does this person know everything in so much detail? Well, I suppose I can't blame you for your mistake. It seems Blaze was after John as well, you see. So, there were 2 kidnappings. He's such a fool, you know. Kidnapping his own son instead. Is John there with you? If he is, then I'd like to hear his voice. He's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You see, he's asleep right now. In that case, there's no way for us to know if you really kidnapped John or not. I suppose you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. What is your objective? Is it to get Patricia Rowland declared not guilty? A not guilty verdict, eh? I couldn't care less about that. So his objective is different from Blaze's. I think I'll keep my objective a secret for now. Well then, I must be going. I hope you enjoy yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't think you can get away with this. Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. Ooh. So, I noticed that there were a lot of you knows and you sees in there, which of course was kind of Blaze de Best's hallmark way of speaking. I feel like those are in there to throw us off, and it's maybe someone who is, I mean, I don't think it's him, obviously. I don't think that it's anyone related to him, like I don't think that it's Sebastian. I'll be really interested to find out who was talking to us on the phone just now. Who in the world was that? I don't know. We don't have enough information. Darn it! We're totally clueless. Meanwhile, they seem to know everything about us. Know everything about us? Okay, you're right. Thinking about it, it is strange. How does the culprit know so much about us? Ooh, maybe it's because it's a certain type of guy. Maybe. Let's find out. It's so weird. I mean, they even know about the kidnapping. We must figure out how the culprit was able to obtain that information. I must recall, what exactly did that person know? You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. She even came to visit you in the detention center and got all friendly with you. You wouldn't want to tarnish the Yatagarasi's name on your first job, would you? You even know it's my first job? You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. That's it. By analyzing our conversation with the culprit. I figured it out, Kay. I know the source of this person's information. What? Really? In all likelihood, this person probably... Oh. So it wouldn't be taking photos of us because they said they can't see us. And it wouldn't be tailing us because they can hear us. So let's go with bug first, and if that doesn't work, we'll just try the other two. I believe it is highly likely that we've been bugged. Bugged? If you recall, that person said... You seem surprised. If only I could see the look on your faces. If they couldn't see our faces, that means they weren't taking our pictures or following us. Then, they must have planted a bug somewhere. Could it be in my stuff? Was there anything they could have had a chance to bug? There must be a hint somewhere in our conversation just now. That's right. That person knew something they shouldn't have. The conversation between Judge Courtney and myself in the visitor's room. Judge Courtney. Hush. Please, have a seat. The only evidence I had with me at the time was... Oh, I think it was just the badge, right? I'm not seeing anything that looks buggy, but I think it's this. Okay, may I see your badge? Yes. My Yatagrass's badge? No way. Why not? Mr. Edgeworth, just because you became a great thief's assistant doesn't mean you're ready to wear this badge yet. That's not it. It's very likely that a bug was planted in it. What? In my badge? Let's take a closer look. Okay. Oh, okay. Ah, this is... It seems I was right. Yatagrass's badge data updated in my organizer. How did you know? The person had been in contact with you. You mean when I was knocked unconscious? Yes, that's why I thought one of your possessions might have been bugged. However, that person also overheard my conversation with Judge Courtney. Even though that conversation took place in the visitor's room with just the two of us. Ah, so you were holding on to it at that time. Exactly. All the other evidence had been taken away from me. Only the Yatagrass's badge remained with me. So this creep's been listening in on us the whole time? Indeed, that must be how they knew about all the information we collected. Does that mean they're also listening in on this conversation? Most likely. Hey, Buster! Kay! Eavesdropping is for cowards. Why don't you come out here and fight us fair and square? What was that sound just now? Oh. Ow. Huh? That's Nicole. Honestly, y'all scared the bejesus out of me. Your voice was so loud there, little missy. I was so surprised I done fell flat on my behind. I'm sorry. What were you getting so riled up for? You gotta hear this. It really grinds my gears. Yes, yes? Okay, please just leave it at that. Unless you want to make tomorrow morning's headlines. Ah, that was close. Oh, shucks. Don't be such a stick in the mud. What's wrong with letting a gal open her heart and spill the beans? For now, I'll turn the bug off. Bug data jotted down in my organizer. So, did you find the kidnappers? Miss Swift, was the boy you saw being kidnapped this boy in the photo? Nope, ain't nothing alike. He had a more stupid-looking face. Poor Sebastian. He had a more stupid-looking face and was wearing a collared school uniform. I thought so. Yet again, we were led astray by this woman's testimony. We will have to conduct our investigation all over again. So, we're back where we started. Are there any new leads? There's only 20 minutes left until 2 o'clock. Will we be able to make it in time? Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! About that phone call just now. Wasn't there a strange sound at the end? A strange sound? Don't think you can get away with this. Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. Yeah, there was. Now that you mention it, it sounded like an explosion. It might be a hint to establish the culprit's whereabouts. I see. The sound of an explosion, eh? I would appreciate it if you stopped eavesdropping on us. Mr. Prosecutor, you're as stingy as ever. First, let's see what she has to say. Alrighty. So we're at the 30-minute mark, but I missed an upload yesterday, so I'm just going to keep going for a little while. Not sure how long, but, yeah. I don't think it's going to be any of that. All my hard work's helped move the case forward. I reckon it's all in a good day's work. I'm not so sure about that. We've been chasing after an entirely different person. Indeed, it seems she did not properly examine the photo earlier. What now? Was my info really all that bad? No, some of the blame also falls on us for relying on a dubious information source. It's time for us to regroup and start over. Could you hold on a sec? If you think I'm staying quiet after being called a dubious source, you got another thing coming. Fine then, guess I'll just have to tell you about the scoop I've been saving. You've been saving a scoop. Although I'm not expecting much, let's hear it. What is this scoop of yours? It's Moozilla. I have decisive evidence that the mighty Moozilla exists. Okay, let's go, Kay. Hold up, I'm being serious. Y'all might not believe it, but it's true. We don't have much time, but I guess there's no other way. Would this decisive evidence of yours be something you recorded on that tape recorder? That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. You're good at figuring things out, aren't you? It's the sound of Moozilla spewing out fire. This place nearly became a sea of flames. If you say so. Don't make that face. If you think I'm lying, then have a listen for yourself. Ready? Here comes the flame. How was that? It's hard to tell over your shouting, but if you say so, I guess they could be flames. Miss Swift, did you truly witness these so-called flames? Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't really see it with my own two eyes. On account of, I wasn't actually there at the time. If Moozilla had appeared, wouldn't you have noticed no matter where you were? Well, I was a ways off, and was using a slightly unusual recording method, so... Could you explain to me this recording method in more detail? Guess I just dug my own grave. Truth is, I was aiming for a scoop, so I did me some wireless wiretapping. Wait a minute, wireless wiretapping? If there's no wires, how'd you tap them? Kay, please don't concern yourself with the semantics. She was simply intercepting wireless communications and listening in without permission. I've been spending the last few days scoping out the Grand Tower with my mentor. So you were investigating the black market auctions. In that case, you naturally would have tapped the immediate area surrounding the Grand Tower. You betcha. But right then and there, I heard an ear-shattering roar. Finally, Moozilla appears. My heart is pounding. I feel him drawing near. So, everything except the sound is just her own personal impressions, right? In the end, it seems that you didn't actually see anything. Well, I reckon writing's more my thing. Anyways, as I continued tuning into the situation, Lil Miss K over there almost shatters my eardrums. Eavesdropping is for cowards. Why don't you come out here and fight us fair and square? What was that sound just now? I see. Miss Swift, while you were eavesdropping, you were surprised by Kay's voice and fell over. In other words, you did not hear her voice directly. You heard it via the radio waves emitted by the bug, did you not? What? Then does that mean the one who planted the bug on me was... I was just eavesdropping. I'd never stooped to bugging nobody. Miss Swift, do you mind if we borrow that tape for a while? Just do what you please already. Nicole's tape recorder dated, jotted down in my organizer.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Oh no, that's not him. I thought that was Gumshoe. Because I was just looking at the text. Mr. Keys, Miss Barry. Did you find him? Not yet. Just where could John be? John? Ah, no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. They don't know anything about the kidnapping. Regarding Sebastian, we found him not too long ago. Really? That's great. Thank you so much. Now I won't be arrested again. Oh, okay, we're back. Can we look at the tape? Listen to the tape? Something? Nope. Okay. Who's this? It's Edgeworth. I mean, oh my god. It's Gumshoe. There we go. Gummy, why are you running away? Detective Gumshoe.
When Mr. Edgeworth gave up his prosecutor's badge, I just didn't know what to do.
Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me.
And then I began to think, if Mr. Edgeworth isn't the prosecutor anymore, does that mean I'm no longer a detective? But that's not true. Even without Mr. Edgeworth, I'm still a detective, and investigating is my job. Detectives don't investigate just for the sake of prosecutors, pal. That's why, even if I'm on my own, I won't stop investigating.
So, you've been investigating by yourself? Then perhaps at that time... You should thank your former subordinate. He gave me some valuable information which may save Kay Faraday. Detective Gumshoe did. So, Jill Crane's autopsy report.
I went to the detention center to see how Kay was doing. That's when I heard... When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths, anytime you want. Kay Faraday's the culprit. That was a truth that I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good. Very good. That face. That expression.
You heard that conversation.
That's right. And that's why I looked over the evidence again myself, sir.
Gummy, that's amazing. So it was you who saved me.
Kay, I'm really glad you got your memories back.
Thank you.
Do you get it now? I can investigate on my own.
Gummy, don't run away. You've already proven that you can investigate on your own. After all, you saved me. Detective, I need your help. Currently, I'm not a prosecutor, nor am I much of anything else. Even so, I will pursue this case. I ask you not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us?
Oh, please, cut it out, sir.
Gummy.
Okay, I get it. I get it, pal. I can't bear to see Mr. Edgeworth bowing his head to me like this.
Gummy. Thank you, Detective.
What do you want me to do, sir?
Detective Gumshoe, please tell me what you've found in your investigation so far.
Roger. Leave it to me, sir. I have 3 things to report. First up is about Kay's clothes that was sent to the crime lab. Traces of an extremely powerful sleeping drug called Sleepy Zzz were found on them.
That sounds powerful. Oh boy. I could have used some Sleepy Zzz last night. I was having a little insomnia trouble. Boy. Wish I had some of that. Oh, I love this translation.
Traces of an extremely powerful sleeping drug called Sleepy Zzz were found on him.
So that means after Kay was drugged at Ford Lake, she was brought to the roof of the Grand Tower.
That's right, sir. Now for item number 2. The footage from the security camera at the Grand Tower's elevator.
The footage that captured President Huang and Judge Courtney going up to the roof. The elevator's generally the only way to get to the rooftop. And if the elevator was used, the person who used it would be caught on camera.
Exactly. In other words, if you look over the footage from a couple days ago, you should be able to see an unconscious Kay being carried up to the roof.
Oh, hey, ooh. Good. Whoops, I hit my mic. Sorry, guys. Good observation, Gummy. Then, Gummy, doesn't that mean you...
I checked out all the footage from before the incident 2 days ago on Fast Forward.
I see. And the results?
Well, actually, nothing came up, sir. Kay never showed up on the tape at all.
Oh, that must mean that there's some other way to get up there. That was unexpected. I guess it won't be so easy. How was Kay brought up to the roof of the tower? Oh, unless they, went in and then took the hidden elevator up to the evidence storage room. That could have happened. I should take a moment to carefully consider the possibilities. Well then, let's hear your third and final report.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, the most important thing to report. I'm so happy to be able to investigate with you again, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm going to give it my all to arrest the culprit. That is all, sir.
I apologize for putting you through so much, Detective Gumshoe. However, that was your most important report. It had nothing to do with the case at all. I would have preferred something that's actually useful.
That merciless attitude. That's Mr. Edgeworth I know, sir.
A young boy has been kidnapped. I want you to help us search for him.
Kidnapping, sir?
The victim is a boy by the name of John Marsh.
That kid with the horns.
Yes. Do you know about him?
I saw that boy myself, sir.
Was that this morning?
That's right. He came out of that trailer over there, and then he walked towards the garbage pickup area.
The garbage pickup area?
It's right over there, pal. That's where all the trash from the Grand Tower's offices is collected. I don't know what happened after that. Since I left the place around then.
It seems we must investigate the garbage pickup area. Alrighty. Gummy said John headed towards the garbage pickup area. Indeed, there might be some traces of him left behind. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, well, we know he's a milk fan. This milk carton is... It's the one John was drinking out of. There's no mistake. Something must have happened to John here. Oh, okay. Looks like the garbage pickup area is locked. It's probably to prevent people outside of the Grand Tower from disposing of their trash here. The garbage pickup time is at 11 AM, so that's why there's no trash. When I looked here earlier, the place was overflowing with whoops, that's Gumshoe.
When I looked here earlier, that place was overflowing with garbage, sir.
Looks like today is the day when bulk waste is collected during the garbage pickup.
There really were a lot of bulky items placed here, pal.
The garbage truck's compactor can crush any kind of garbage to dust. No, it seems in the case of bulk waste, it's transported as is without being crushed. That's good, because otherwise John would be fucking dead.
Why do you know about how bulk waste is disposed of, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ah, maybe Mr. Shields, in order to accomplish his Edgeworth acquisition plan, sent him something like a moving process instructional brochure. There are times when you're so sharp it's scary, although they're few and far between. Combined with Detective Gumshoe's testimony, the chances are high that John was attacked at the garbage pickup area. Okay. If it was here, there wouldn't be many witnesses. But why would John have come to a place like this? It would be natural to think that he came here to throw something away. We have no way of knowing since the garbage truck has already collected everything. Okay, can we combine anything here? Just for fun. Okay, cool. Anything else? Garbage pickup area. With a tax. Only a taxi and a blue truck. Maybe the blue truck was the garbage truck? Whatever, I've got brain power to spare. Oh, nice. Hey, it actually worked. The only vehicles that came through the plaza this morning were the taxi and a blue truck. And Mr. DeBest was kidnapped in the taxi. Yes. Meanwhile, John was attacked in the garbage pickup area. And the garbage was collected from there at 11 a.m.
Ah, I got it, sir. The blue truck was actually...
That's right. The blue truck that came through the plaza was a garbage truck. However, be that as it may, the officer who gave us this information made no mention that the blue truck was a garbage truck. Talk about careless. How could someone mistake a garbage truck for a normal truck? That's not it, though. Today was the date for the collection of bulk waste. I suspect it was a standard truck without a trash compactor that came by to collect the trash. John was taken away by this garbage truck. And where do garbage trucks go?
To the dump, of course.
Hold up. The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector, right? And I think we've got a map somewhere in here. Where's the map? Okay, it's not this. I know that we had like a map of the area. That's weird. Maybe it got taken away from me or something? Whatever. Or, oh, you know what? I think I was investigating that. That wasn't evidence. Okay, that's fine. The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector. Then the truck was probably fake too. How do we know they really went to the dump? No, the garbage truck should have been real. Why's that? That will be made clear if you simply take a look at the garbage pickup area. Oh yeah. This shows that the garbage truck John was kidnapped in was real. Is it like the lock? Because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to get in.
Take that!
The garbage pickup area is locked. Ah, only a real garbage collector could have unlocked it to collect the trash. Precisely. We should assume that a genuine garbage truck was used. For example, the kidnapper could have put John into a large cardboard box. If the box was mixed in with the rest of the bulk waste, the garbage collector would have carried John away without even knowing it. Exactly. The culprit would then lie in wait at the garbage dump. And if they said, "I threw it away by mistake," the box would be returned to them. Huh. Any garbage dumps nearby? Yeah, there's two. Let's see. Ah, there's two of them. So, which garbage dump was he taken to? Could there be a hint in any of the information I heard? Let's find out. I feel like, yeah, it's not that. Let's go into logic. Come on. Oh. Okay. Let's go through one at a time. So it's not that. Yellow stain on clothes. That. Such a great poster. The original Mozilla's design. Last night it likely fell from the studio roof. You can record and playback audio. I don't think it's that situation right there. Okay, so we can't, like, present any evidence here, so I guess we don't have to do anything, you know, like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, good. I mean, it could also be that I just don't have the evidence that I need. I didn't fully examine this area here. It's a guide map of the area around the Grand Tower. Let's see. Can't present anything here. Dusk waste management. Do they help you manage your wasteful spending? Have we already read this? Yeah, we have. Okay. I was hoping it'd be like, this is where they take trash that hasn't been compacted, but it's anything like that. What's up, taxi driver? Oh, it's you two again. Did something else come up? Hurry and hop on board! No, right now we don't really need to go anywhere. Pish posh, that's what they all say. I can tell just what you're after by looking at your face. You want to start a new life in a new place with a new girl, am I right? Come traffic lights or police sirens, I won't let anything stop you from where you're going. So come on, hop in and experience the best ride of your life. With that personality, I guess it explains why he was so willing to help us out earlier. I guess so. What's going on, guys? As expected of Mr. Edgeworth, how did you find him? Naturally, it was all thanks to his powers of logic and reasoning. Actually, it was just a coincidence. I guess we weren't any help at all, were we? Don't be silly. Of course you helped. Really, thanks a lot. Where were you guys searching, Simon? It was a bit far off, but we searched around the Sunshine Coliseum. Ooh. The Sunshine Coliseum. So they were by the shore. There were a lot of people at the event there, so I thought he might have gone as well. An event? Sounds like fun. Is it a festival? I want to go too. It was a lot of fun. There were food stands, fireworks, and much more. Salmon got worn out by the people in the crowd pretty quickly, though. You didn't have to tell them that. It's settled. Once we wrap up this case, let's go there. Ooh, okay. Oh, Fireworks. Explosion. Hey. Thanks, buddy. Let me back out of this convo for a second so I can match up that stuff. Mr. Keys, didn't you say that there were fireworks at the Colosseum earlier? Huh? What about them? Were those fireworks set off during the day? Yeah, even just while we were there, a bunch of them were set off. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? That explosion sound we heard at the end of the kidnapper's phone call. Could very well have been the fireworks. Ah. Don't think you can get away with this. Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. For the sound you've been picked up by the phone, it must have been fairly loud. So that means the culprit was near the Colosseum. Oh, and if he was near the Colosseum, that probably means the garbage truck went to the dump that's near the Colosseum. Even so, I bet the fireworks could be heard in lots of places around the Colosseum. Indeed, it would be impossible for us to search the entire area by ourselves. If only we could have the police lend us a hand. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Based on the explosion sound we heard from the kidnapper's phone, we know that John is being confined someplace in the vicinity of the Colosseum. One of the garbage dumps is right next to the Colosseum. John was almost certainly taken there. In which case, the place he's being confined to must also be somewhere close by. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Could I ask you to search the area around this garbage dump?
You don't have to ask me like we're strangers, sir. It feels so distant. Please, just order me around like you normally do.
Are you sure, Detective? Right now, I'm not a prosecutor.
Didn't I tell you, sir? Detectives don't just investigate for the sake of prosecutors.
You have my thanks, Detective. Oh, nice. Cool. Mr. Edgeworth, look! It's almost time. Yes, it would be best if we hurry. They should also be at their limit. Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you.
Leave it to me, sir. This may be an unofficial investigation, but I'll call in all my pals from the station to help.
I'll help too. Stealing John back is my job, after all. I'll be returning to the courtroom. I might be able to draw out some more time. Okay! Well then, even in the depths of night... the clock just struck 2. We have to hurry.
Yes, sir.
Ah, my introduction! When no other bird dares to take flight! Okay, and we're going to have to find out what happens during this court case next time. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. In the next episode, we find out just how good at stalling for time Justine Courtney really is. Probably not great. See ya.